Hey everyone, my name is Joshua, and today is, what is today? March 2nd, 2023. As of yesterday, I had a call from MSOP Shadow Prison, which is a civil commitment facility that is disguised as a hospital, but it's actually a shadow prison. And if you've watched any of the other videos I've done on this, or listened to any of the podcast, or even heard the testimonies of some of the prisoners, you know about the horrors that are happening there. The men that are locked up in civil commitment facilities are fighting for their lives in a lot of different ways. And there's a lot of injustice going on. And they've tried everything. What's happening in these civil commitment facilities is against the law. It's against it's just against the law of being a freaking human being. But nonetheless, these guys are going to take things to the next level. And when I got the phone call yesterday from Daniel requesting to make an announcement, I had no idea what it is. So you're going to see a full-length broadcast that is not this. This is just a clip. And I'm introducing just the phone call from Daniel because one of the other prisoners called as well, and they had a different announcement. And essentially, they just were, he was saying our support, and then also discussing some of the awful things that were going on there. But this clip is just Daniel speaking, and it's worth listening to. I didn't really know a lot about hunger strikes, and when Daniel told me that he was going to do one, and a lot of other people are joining him. In fact, there's already a hunger strike going on, so it's all across the country. Men are going to be joining for a hunger strike, and they are serious about taking it to a new level. And what I mean by that is, if you've ever read about hunger strikes, there's some people that can do it where you may have water and a little bit of food, and then you get back in it. And they're going to allow that with some of them. But some of the men are going to take it to the next level, meaning no water, no food, and go until they are heard. And all these men want is a fair pathway out. Because if it's a rehabilitation, like if you go to rehab, prime example, if you've ever been to rehab, hey, it's a 2-week program, it's a month program, it's a 3-month program, then they have outpatients and stuff like that. But there is a care treatment package, a plan, basically. Care treatment plan. I can't even think of the name. But there is a plan set. And you know that you have to do these things, A, B, C, D, E, and there you go. Those are the rules, and you apply those rules, you are obedient to those rules, everything's fine, right? Okay. Well, this is supposed to be a treatment facility. And that's part of the problem, because there's no real treatment. There's malpractice happening. There's everything from not giving the proper meds to over-medicating to not giving the right meds. I don't know if I said that one yet. Not allowing people to go into the doctor when they have serious injuries. There's all kinds of examples of this, right? But the biggest part is they're supposed to be there for rehabilitation, and it's supposed to have a plan. And the whole system is rigged against them, and it's awful. And there's a lot of reasons why that I'm not going to go into now, but they have done everything they can to get people's attention. And now they're taking things to the next level. And it's going to be an all-out hunger strike, and it starts March 3rd, 2023, and that's tomorrow. Not that I like to timestamp, content, but this is not about me. This is about them. It's about their families. And, I don't know how to make people care about this issue. And I can't make anyone do anything. Unfortunately, so many have become numb because there's just so much craziness, like everywhere we turn. It's just like, what do you believe and what do you trust? And honestly, I don't know what you like. All I know to trust is the spirit inside me. I don't have anyone else. I mean, I trust my wife completely. I trust my mom. But I mean, what I see, what I hear, what I read in the media, heck, even people that share my faith, or people that have faith similar to mine, or people of faith, or, you know, it's real, because we're humans. Like, we're flawed, first of all. We're all flawed. But then we also have this, you know, all the other craziness in the world to distract us and divert our attention. But what I ask of you is to please listen with an open heart. I can't make you care. I can't make you care. I want to make you care, but I can't. But this does affect everyone. And it affects you in ways that I know matters to you, and it affects you in ways that you may not even know. But I've already done all of that content. So I'm going to be quiet now and just ask that you please listen with an open heart. And if anything, please keep them in your prayers. God bless you. Thank you.
Monitoring and may be recorded. Your call will now be connected. Thank you for using TTL.
Hello. Welcome back. You are on the air, my friend. Thank you. How are you? I'm well. I was actually going through that medical survey that I got in the mail today. The Overcoming Corruption, Empowering All Nations. The thing that was done with the Department of Justice. That is that survey. Yeah. That. We didn't do it with them. Got to say that, but we did it for their records. I filed an official complaint with them yesterday and sent them that video from the tape that came from the CARE conference, as well as Fox News, CNN, ABC, NBC, local papers, and beyond. I sent it everywhere. New York Times. I sent it to everyone that would listen, including the Department of Justice and the American with Disability Act. I sent it to their organization as well, the ADA. So, yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, the evidence is troubling. That was the most troubling it's one thing hearing it from you all and then reading stuff online about it, but actually hearing what was coming out of the nurse's mouth, yeah, that was a little disturbing. So everyone's got to know. Everyone's got to know. But hey, I know you're limited on time, man. So the floor is yours. You have an announcement to make. Say, as you can speak freely here. Yeah. Thank you, brother. I'm a little anxious, but I'm a little excited. I am a Christian. My boss is Jesus Christ. Okay? He came to this earth and he told us how to live, and then he demonstrated it, and then he showed us how we will be glorified if we do what he told us to do. That's simple to me. Okay? And one of the things he taught us is compassion. And when you see somebody hurting, you help them, even if it means your own life is threatened. I've been here for 6 years and I've witnessed 36 deaths. That's a death every 60 days. There's been a total of 97 deaths. And those aren't just numbers. These are people that I'm watching deteriorate from things that are preventable. And after the conference call that you were on the other day, I think you got a taste of what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm watching this firsthand. Wally is what we call the guy that was on there. And he's one of my best friends. I hang out with him all day. So I was closer to his situation than some of the other guys, but I'm seeing this stuff all the time. So it's become apparent to me that I need to do something more to really show the compassion that I have. My heart hurts for these guys. I'm young, I'm 36, I don't have health problems yet, and I hope to God that there's somebody that helps me out when I get a little older. This is what we're here for. It's to defend each other, to love each other. And if that's not done with a sense of an obligation to make a sacrifice, then I don't think it's real. February 13th, James Heydrich, who is
a detainee at Cold State Hospital. He began a hunger strike.
Yeah.
And he said that he has about 200 guys ready to join him or already have. He contacted me. We're friends. He's in the same situation I'm in, only he's in California. I'm in Minnesota. These facilities exist in 20 jurisdictions. I'm going to be joining him along with a couple other guys here. We're going to join him in the hunger strike on the 3rd, 3/3/23. I'm just getting some things prepared. This is going to be a little different than what we've done in the past, but let me explain it a little bit. Our demand is simple. It's the same as Mr. Heydrich's, and it's that we want a clear path home. It's all we want. We're calling for other civil commitment facilities to join us in what we're calling perpetual hunger strike. What this means is that if somebody slips up or gives up in any way, that it's okay. There's no shame. If you got to eat one time, maybe 2 meals to get your bearings back, then do it. But then you go right back to the hunger strike. If you got to drink some water, then do that. Go right back to it. You go as long as you can without eating. And you go as many times as you have to, and you don't stop. There's no need to replan these things. It's perpetual. Yeah, I'm going to treat myself the way that I see them treat me. And I'm going to suffer with my comrades if that's what MSOP wants for them to suffer, then I'm not going to go without suffering. I'm going to do it with them. And when they feel better, I'll eat. Or when they create a clear path home, I'll eat. That's what I want, is a clear path home. But if they want me to die and suffer, I'll make it easier on them. And I'll expedite the process. So, we have families get home. We've done hunger strikes before, but we made the mistake of believing their promises when they came to the table to negotiate. They didn't follow through. We will not make this mistake again. Until we see action, we're not going to change what we're doing. On the 27th, we had a care conference with Wally. You were a part of that, Joshua.
Yeah.
And we got an idea of what the healthcare is like here and what the attitude is here. Yesterday, the 28th, a group of men were prepared to describe our situation to the DHS Commissioner, Jody Harpstead. She was invited to a Zoom conference with us, but she refused to go up. So we now have no other choice but to join our comrades across the nation for a perpetual hunger strike, and that we will continue until we have a clear path home. And that clear path home has to be clear, and it has to lead to home, and it has to be marked by an action, not a promise. Wally has still not received any help since our meeting. And he wanted me to give this little analogy. If you have a dog that's sick, you bring it to the vet, and that vet reacts immediately.
Yeah.
We are literally being treated as less than animals. And I cannot stand back and act like it's not happening. I can't do it. So, I say all that, which is a little intense. I understand that.
I was not expecting you to say this.
A little intense, but I want to say this. I'm going to end with this. When Jesus saw the cross, he did not cower. He approached it with grace. And there's a reason he did that. It was to show us not to be afraid to carry our cross and to approach it with grace. And why? How did he show us that? He didn't show us that by dying. He showed us that by raising. The story doesn't end at the cross. It starts at the resurrection. And he's the only one that did it. And he showed me a path. I'm going to face this head on, and I'm going to take the consequences and the suffering like a real disciple as best I can. And I'm not perfect, but I'm going to give this a shot. And I expect glory on the other end. That's what this is about. We're going to have a breakthrough here. I'm going to make sure. If I can have any control or any power over it, if God will just bless me and bless us with a breakthrough, I think that it can happen. But I'm going to have to face this thing with some courage, and that's what I'm about to do. And I got a couple brothers on my side, but I haven't really announced it much at the facility. I'm hoping that I'll just show by example, and then I just stick with it. And I expect a glorification for God at the end of it. he's going to be praised at the end of this. There's going to be a miracle that happens here, Joshua. And we're all going to say, Ocean and Joshua and those other guys, they did some good things. But God did this. It's going to be something that we're all going to go, we had nothing to do with that. Whoa. That's how he works. He makes us look stupid. And he makes himself look great. And I love that. I love it. That just doesn't mean we're not supposed to work hard. We work hard for what we believe in. But in the end, he always makes us look like fools. And I love him for it. I love it. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
All right, man. Is Russell calling or Daniel calling?
Russell's going to call.
Oh, it's Russell.
Daniel.
You're Daniel. I'm sorry. I got the thing mixed up. Sorry, Dan. I know Dan. Obviously. Russ is going to call?
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
He's going to call you. I'm going to go give him a thumbs up and he's going to call you right now.
All right, homie.
All right.
Stay in touch, man. Let me know how it's going.
Oh,
All right.
you.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for using GTL.